So it's great to be here in Denby Castle with my two former pupils, Caroline and Sarah, way back from 1985, and ably accompanied by the Hafal team. And it's great to be here. And Caroline was asking me about mindfulness and meditation, and unfortunately I taught these two in 85.
95.
No! 85. They look like
Nice
95. Now in 1987, Usculmire, our school, was being inspected by Her Majesty's inspectors, and the teachers got the jitters, and the school head, Jeff Bainbridge, brought the school nurse in to help the staff cope with their stress. And so that was in 1987, and it benefited me so much that I started to use it with the children in my class. And I'd use it when they came in off a wet and windy playground. I'd be up like that. And just within 1 minute of breathing and relaxing, they were able to regain their focus. I'd use it at the end of the day when the kids had come in from soccer. I'd lie them down, and again they'd relax. And then they'd be walking out like this, and the parents would be saying, "What have you done to them?" And I'd just calm them down. So I think it's essential in this day and age, with such a hectic lifestyle of people and so many distractions with social media and adverts, Mackie D, Go Large, fashion industry, size zero, and so many conflicting messages which young people and old people and very old people have got to deal with. And I think if we can still ourselves through mindfulness, through meditation, then it's a gift of the mind. And I think it should be taught in primary schools, which is being taught in many primary schools through Bangor University's Pause B, and in secondary schools through Dot B. And I just think these gifts of the mind are precious and should be taught to kids to help them all the way through their lives.
And I think that's really important as well, Chris, because people have been really affected by low self-esteem, and there's a lot of stigma attached to mental health issues, and that's a lot of the work that myself and Emma do when we're working for Hafal. So we have our national campaigns, and we run a lot of services to make sure that people feel that they do have somebody there that they can speak to if they need to. And that's very much in line with the work that Sarah and I and Becky, when we were originally doing our thriller back in 1990, I think it was, maybe 89. I can't remember, can't count that far, but we really wanted to look at raising the awareness of mental health and the impact that low self-esteem and feeling isolated and the loneliness and the stigma can actually have such a negative impact. So we wanted to make sure people knew that they can talk, that they can share, and they can reach out to local services who are all in a position to help them at times like that. So we're really grateful for the support that you've offered, because we understand that not only do you know us as people, you know us from when we've been young, you also have a lot to do with mindfulness, and you actually work in Parliament with people, don't you? And you support, people who are experiencing mental distress, even in your work. Yeah,
that's right. I've been practicing mindfulness for 12 years now, and in 2012 we met to take mindfulness into Parliament. In 2013 we introduced it, and we've had mindfulness now in Parliament for 5.5 years. 186 MPs and 500 members of their staff have had mindfulness training, and I've also helped to introduce it into the French and Dutch parliaments, the National Assembly, working cross-party with Darren Miller, the Conservative, to introduce it into Cardiff. And I'm talking with mindfulness advocates or politicians in 40 different countries around the world to try and establish it in their parliaments, so that those decision makers will benefit personally from mindfulness, from being there, for stabilising themselves, getting that balance and that equanimity, so that when they make those important decisions, they're making it from a position of balance. And hopefully, once they've been touched by this gift of mindfulness, they will then be able to take it out into society, into the schools, into the prisons. 32.3% of 15 to 25-year-olds have got one or more psychiatric condition, according to questions I put down in Parliament. 85% of prisoners have got one or more psychiatric condition, according to questions I put down in Parliament. And we can pump them with antidepressants. We can. There are a whole range of interventions that can happen.
It's about the whole person.
It's about the whole person, and it's about the whole person, and giving that person a choice in the intervention that suits them best. It might not be mindfulness at that point in time. It might be psychotherapies. It might be antidepressants to stabilise you over a few months. But I don't think people should be parked up on antidepressants for 20 years.
And we feel very much like that as well.
And I think the work that you're doing in creativity and connectedness. We are an isolated, atomised society. And Mrs. May told us 2 months ago that after smoking, the second biggest cause of ill health, mental and physical, in the United Kingdom is loneliness.
Yeah.
So the fact that you've maintained those relationships, that you're working on those relationships,
Get rid of each other.
which you started at 8 years of age or even younger, is fantastic. And I
it's
think
that trusting the opportunity as well, where you can trust somebody to say that you're in distress, you can trust somebody to say, I need your help, and then having that strength to know what to do to make a difference and who to go to, and to not just have to do it on a one-to-one, you can actually incorporate other services that are there to back you up and support you. I wanted Emma actually to say a few words about the work that Hafal's doing on the wider, more national level, and also the work that we're doing locally, because we do have a summer campaign, don't we, Emma?
We do, yeah. So our summer campaign this year is called Deeds Not Words. So it's focusing on women and mental health issues. Obviously, it's the 100 years of women this year, celebrating women, suffragettes. So we have planned already a event on the 29th of August in the Trevenant Village Hall. So it is going to be female dominated, it is, but we want males there to support us as well. You know, it's a big celebration of how far women have come, how they are managing their mental health, you know, young women, older women, women in prison, women coming out of care, carers, you know, so yeah, we're quite excited about that.
And historically we've run a number of national campaigns. We've had beating isolation and loneliness through the form of music and interaction and the arts, and we've also had lots of other services, haven't we? We've done other sort of campaigns where we've reached out to people and made sure that they're aware of, you know, where they need to go to when they're in the local community. But this year we also wanted to do something on a personal level and raise money, and that's why we are having our Thriller event where we recreated Thriller. So Sarah, do you want to give us a few words about how it came to you for us to go on this wild and wonderful idea?
For one night only, we are going to recreate Michael Jackson's Thriller in Real Town Hall on the 11th of August at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the door, and we will be having a
raffle, a tombola. We've got somebody doing singing, haven't we? Mike Harron is one
Mike
of
Harron,
ours. So do you remember Mike Harron?
Crystal Cannon's son,
Yes,
absolutely,
his
lovely man,
secret,
lovely family.
Firetown, yes. He'll be performing a set. We have Sarah Baldock.
Sarah
Baldock, yes, she's
dancer.
Of
this parish.
Yes, and we actually her dance crew are some of our zombies. We've been trained, we've been practicing with them, and they'd like to come along and do some dancing as well, do some sets.
And they understand the story, they understand the need to raise awareness of mental health, so it's lovely from a very young age they have that awareness of the mental health message, and it's okay to have that conversation, it's okay to talk, and it's okay to share, and by being together and approaching a problem as an army, as you always word it, Sarah, that's a really good way forward to make sure that, you know, that you're stronger in numbers and there is less stigma, and you know, the more people that understand it, the more people who know what they're talking about, and we're educating people, the less of an issue there is to have those barriers, you know, sort of stop you in your tracks, really. So
yeah, we have a wonderful project in Rutland, which is the project that I manage. We're 5-bed, we're staffed 24/7, but it's based in the most beautiful surroundings you've ever seen. We have bunnies, pheasants, sheep,
baby
everything,
calves.
Baby calves. We've got a huge gardening project that goes on there as well, where we have volunteers coming in from all neck of the woods, really, you know, because it's a massive part of that process. You know, it's a massive part of the whole person approach, you know, being busy,
getting out of yourself,
absolutely,
and where you are at that time when it may be your lowest ebb, that doesn't have to be forever, so you don't have to make an assessment that this is my life, and
you
it's
can't
not
have a down,
living.
you can't have an up without a down.
Exactly.
And that's life's tapestry.
So we feel very strongly about the element of recovery, and that wherever you are in your life, there's always an opportunity to move forward. It never has to stay still. So unfortunately, with mental health issues and feeling that you can't reach out to anyone, you do feel stuck, and you will just wallow, and you will stay there. But what we're saying is there's always a step forward, and it doesn't matter how slow that step takes. We just do it each day, and you keep linking in with people that you know that you can trust, and I think that's what we're all about. That's what we've been all about, and that's what we wanted to kind of do to move forward and change society, really.
That's lovely. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and I hope that you'll be backing us up on the 11th, and we'll be able to spread the message.
Absolutely, and I'll use my social media in my office to spread the message out there. So well done.